Hey there, and welcome back to our kitchen. My name is Emily, and this is Jenny. We're two of Festival's Mealtime Mentors. Today, we are helping bring the world to your table with a delicious dish from Central America.
That's right, Emily. Today, we are making chicken tostadas with roasted corn and zucchini.
Yes, and tostadas, if you're not familiar, are a pretty popular dish that you can find throughout Mexico and Central America, but we really like them because they're a great way to use up leftovers.
Yeah.
And that's actually what we're going to be doing today.
Yeah, let's jump right in.
All right, so we have our skillet preheated. We're going to add a little bit of canola oil. And then the first ingredient that we're going to add is some shredded chicken. So this is one of those leftovers.
Yeah, we're using leftover chicken from a rotisserie chicken. It's really perfect for this dish, but if you don't have any chicken on hand, you can feel free to use whatever leftover meat you have.
So this is pre-cooked, so it's going to take next to no time to heat up. We're going to go ahead and add our vegetables, which you can use whatever vegetables that you have left over. We're going to use some red onion, zucchini that we've just diced up, and then one of my new favorites, we're using some frozen roasted corn that we've just thawed out.
Yeah, and this corn is from Green Giant. You just find it in the frozen vegetables section. It's really great because it has a lot of extra flavor from that roasting process.
Absolutely. So we're just going to go ahead and let this cook and warm up. Let those onions become a little bit more translucent. So take about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I can already smell it. It smells so good.
It does.
So while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the tortillas. So we just have a baking sheet here. I'm going to go ahead and spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. You don't want the tortillas to stick. And then I'll just lay out a few yellow corn tortillas.
Corn tortillas are a great option because not only are they naturally gluten-free, but they also are a whole grain. The corn is a whole grain. So it's a great way to insert some more nutrition into our meals.
Definitely. So I sprayed the tops of the tortillas with the cooking spray as well. And then we're just going to broil it for about 2 to 3 minutes per side to get them really nice and crispy. So I'll go ahead and get that in the oven.
So this is a pretty easy thing to do at home, but you could also buy some pre-made tostada shells if you want to save even more time. Tostadas, however, typically are deep fried, so we're just lightening it up a little bit by baking them in the oven.
All right, so our tortillas are nice and crispy, so
we can go ahead and finish up our topping mixture. So we just have a couple more ingredients to add. We're going to first add our salsa verde.
Yes, we really like this salsa verde. It is a roasted one from Herdez, and it has a lot of really great flavors. So salsa verde is made from tomatillos, which is similar to like a green tomato. But it's
really delicious.
Yeah, it's so good in this.
I'm actually going to turn off the heat here. All right, and then add a little bit of ground cumin and some chopped fresh cilantro.
Lots of great fresh flavors in this.
And like we were saying earlier, this is a great dish that you can just really customize to your family's preferences. Okay, so I think this is all mixed up. Usually this recipe makes 8 servings, so we're only making about half of it with the tortillas. Oops, they're getting away from me.
Yeah. Try and hold them down for you.
Maybe add a little bit more. Yeah, it smells so delicious.
You look great.
Really colorful, and you can really smell that cumin.
Yeah. All right, so next we're gonna add our cheese, on mine at least. Leave the cheese off of yours.
Yes, you can make it dairy-free by leaving off the cheese.
And then these will just go back into the oven for another 1 to 2 minutes until the cheese is melted. All right, so the tostadas look great. The cheese is melted, so we don't want them to cook too long or else they're gonna burn.
So now we can go ahead and add the optional toppings. Today we're just gonna add a little bit more cilantro, but you could also certainly top it with some plain non-fat Greek yogurt as a sour cream substitute, more salsa verde or whatever salsa you have in your fridge, but they look amazing and I am excited to try them.
All right, I'll get you a cheeseless one.
Thank you.
And a cheesy one for me. So one thing I really love about this, it's kind of a fun fact, I learned that the tortillas used in tostadas were kind of a way to use up leftover tortillas. So they aren't as pliable and anymore after they're a couple days old, so they fried them to get them nice and crispy and use them as like a vessel.
Great
for
way
all the
to save
toppings.
on food waste and
Yeah,
prevent that.
yeah. So instead of
Awesome.
throwing out your leftover taco shells,
can
make tostadas.
Tostadas, nice. All right, you ready to give this a try?
Yeah, thank you.
Fork? Ooh, I am excited about this corn.
It's so good.
So many flavors going on.
Yeah.
We hope you give this crunchy tostadas recipe a try.
And for more recipes and resources from your mealtime mentors, visit bestfoods.com.